Yo, 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 yo. It's that time of the day, that time of the week for another brand new episode of the Beyond Position podcast. As you can see, it's only two of us. I don't know where the white rhino's at. I think he might have got poached or he's finally extinct. But I mean, hope you're doing okay. I mean, when this comes out, hopefully you're doing A-okay. It's kind of unlikely for him to not respond. I shot him a text and no response. So hopefully you're okay, brother. And we're just gonna have to continue this. We're gonna ship on this boat here by ourselves. You know.
Yeah, we got to keep these sails erect.
Exactly, erect and going northwest,
yes,
baby.
Tight, very tight,
yes,
and going fast.
Yes, sir. But glad to have you back, man. I know we missed you on the last one.
Yeah,
and then we had you on the one before that. But if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check that out if you haven't. And yeah, man, there's so much going on. Of course, your cup of tea. If you're not familiar, Brad's cup of tea is sports and anything having to do with that. There's a lot to talk about. And I think this is good where we have these conversations, right? When it comes to just everything in regards to sports. But I mean, we go everywhere on this podcast. So, we're definitely going to go A, B, and C, and D. So here we go. But one thing right off rip, right? Just because it's on my mind and I don't want to lose, a touch with bringing this up down, if we come close to closing this episode. So you're familiar with the whole Taylor Swift thing with her and Kelsey, right? So there's this whole thing going on now with her pictures being used, her AI pictures being used. Have you seen that?
I like with other famous people.
Oh no, dude! Oh man, we can't show them, and there's some things we can't show because of the YouTube. I know they'll flag us for this, so there's no way that I'm gonna put it up. But it's on X, Twitter. For people that don't know, it's floating around. There was a gentleman that actually created AI images of Taylor Swift involving the Chiefs, and they're pretty I would say explicit, man. She looks fine. I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty brutal.
Are they rated X?
I'll have to pull it up. Actually, pull it up on the TV. Pull it up on the TV just because I want to see your initial reaction so that people can see it. I always love seeing.
What am I Googling
So
right
just
now?
put Taylor Swift AI images Chiefs or something like that. But apparently the guy that did these, he is now on the radar, and Taylor Swift is suing. So now they're coming after him. But see, here's the question now, right? With AI and everything being implemented with AI and all that, how are they going to steer away with all these people's likeness of I guess being used for these images down the road? You know what I'm saying? Is there just going to be lawsuit after lawsuit that this is going to be one of those things we're going to keep on seeing in the media or whatever that... Dude, it's pretty brutal. No, but that's just covering it. But you can imagine what it is, though, bro. It's pretty. It's pretty. No, the ones with the Chiefs, though, dude. This dude was just going all out with just giving this AI ideas
that kind of.
No, but it's more, dude. There's just more explicit ones out there, though. But yeah, more of the story. She's pissed off about it. She's suing the guy that created him. Okay. So now she's coming after him, and I guess I don't know what's gonna happen, but I guess to be continued on that. But you haven't heard about this?
No,
dude, it's really it's all having to do with the Chiefs, obviously, because she's dating Kelsey, right? So that's why it's a big thing, especially with football and the playoffs and all that. So it's definitely a big thing. What would you rate her? What would you rate her out of 10?
I mean, I honestly think it helps a lot that she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she
is beautiful.
Yeah, she's pretty. She is pretty.
She's very beautiful.
She's pretty tall, huh?
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty tall.
I'm not saying oh yeah, she's not that.
Yeah. No, she's pretty. She's
absolutely gorgeous. There's different types of girls, and I prefer her type.
Okay.
I prefer the innocent kind of small town girl kind of
talented too. Very talented.
Yeah.
She can sing. She can sing for sure.
Can sing to me? Oh man. Especially if it was
rich,
Latina,
beautiful, and able to sing. Say those are the three. Those are the three right there, right? So for you ladies watching, there you go. You can sing, you're rich, and beautiful, right?
I mean, you don't have to be all three, but if you are, it's an automatic winner.
It's a bonus. Yeah. But yeah, so again, this dude created images and put them out there on the internet, and they were everywhere. But I'm guessing with her saying that she's going to sue the dude, majority of them have been taken down. So she has that much power to where or she has that much obviously of a reach where she can get all this stuff taken down. But again, the question is how do you think they're gonna put a stop to all this stuff if everybody's using AI and there's really no set limit? Are they gonna I don't know. Like, how do you think this is gonna play out down the road? I mean, they're not just doing it for this. They're making like video renditions of people and like giving like there's an unlimited amount of ways that they're using this stuff for, dude.
You know,
Crazy.
I don't know a whole lot about like honestly about computers and really like editing images and that kind of thing, but you would think that there's like something in the image that someone advanced in that field could be able to like pull to like determine whether that is a real, like a real image or a real video. I don't know that. It's crazy to me like how real it looks,
dude. It's getting to that point where, I mean, we're talking about it now. I think in the next couple years, maybe sooner, but they're gonna get it perfected to where they'll be able to replicate your voice or my voice, and they can use it while calling somebody, and they can fool somebody like that. It's already being done. I think there was like I forgot what streamer it was, but he was getting what do they call that, doxing, where they'll like tell him like, oh, this dude's making threats that he's gonna shoot up a place or whatever, and the cops will come to your door. And yeah, it's some real stuff. But
the swatting,
the swatting.
Oh, okay,
I think it's
like,
swatting. But there was one of his homies called, and it was sounded just like him. And he for a moment like, is he really like? He asked him for his address. He asked him for his address, and he almost gave it out. But then he realized like there's no way. Like he's not like, I was just talking to him, like, why would he be asking him my address? But it's getting to that point where, like I said, they'll be able to replicate your voice or my voice, dude, or make videos of you or me saying stuff.
They're already doing it with Joe Rogan.
Oh, dude,
like with ads and
yes,
stuff.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I have.
There'll be like 4 likes on it.
Yeah.
But then Joe Rogan's like, yeah, this is really great for your, whatever.
That is true. Yeah. I thought I was the only one seeing that type of stuff.
And if you look at like his lips, they're not even really.
They're not matching the audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, dude. I for some reason thought that I was like the only one seeing this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, that is crazy. Wow. Okay. So they're already doing it now. So, but yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up, just because obviously with the Chiefs being in the playoffs now, that's like the talk of the town. And, obviously with Taylor Swift, it's just like it's like a talking topic that,
for sure.
she's getting put out there like that. But I mean, the Chiefs, bro, I mean, that win with them against the Buffalo Bills, right?
Yeah.
The kick. So what'd you think about the game off rip?
Honestly,
like, would you have wanted the Bills to go to the playoffs more than the Chiefs? Or do you think like it's expected because the Chiefs, Mahomes, they're going to make it all the way? Not all
honestly,
the way, but at least in the playoffs.
It was one of those games where I was really okay with either result, because I'm a big fan of Mahomes.
Yeah, dude.
I've been saying since the very beginning, like, dude, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks, even before he won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I was like, dude, this guy's going to be like one of the best.
Yeah. Straight up.
And, I mean,
super young too.
So the fact that he won doesn't surprise me, but the way the Bills lost was more the story. In my opinion, it was like they lost the game in classic Buffalo Bills fashion. I don't know if you know Bills history or NFL history.
Not really.
But back in the day, like early days, I want to say even like it might have been we might have to fact check me. It's like the 15s or the 20s.
Yeah.
The Bills went 4 times in a row. Bro, they lost every single game.
Oh, damn.
And they lost them all like in epic fashion. Like every single
like
one
by
of them.
a kick or something like that?
They had like biggest lead at halftime ever and lost.
What?
And then they had a kick that was worse than the kick that you saw. Did you see the Bills?
Yeah, it went to the right.
It was worse than that.
Oh,
it was.
okay.
It literally went like far, like it was not even close, right? Like far right. And they, similar thing. They had a big lead. They lost it. In the fourth quarter. I think it was like the biggest fourth quarter lead to ever blow, and they lost it. So they lost like 4 in a row. So the way they lost that would line up.
It's like a curse.
It lines up with their history, kind of. Yeah.
Oh man.
So.
And I honestly thought from what I can recall in past seasons, they've always had like a solid defense to where like we would think that they would make it all the way, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. Like it just seems like something happens. It manages to happen that like this one, they missed a field goal and that cost them the game. They could have won it, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, it would be a surprise too, because they would have taken out the Chiefs. Like they always seem like they're Super Bowl contenders, especially now obviously with Brady gone and all that. To me, it just seems like they would be the team to take it all the way, like almost every year, unless something happens to Mahomes or whatever, they lose their quarterback. But I mean, he's already been 3 Super Bowls right now. This will be the 4th if he makes it all the way, right?
Yep.
Dude. And for a young cat
Yeah,
too.
and so in six AFC championships in 6 years.
It's crazy.
And this is going to be his possibly fourth Super Bowl in 6 years.
Damn, dude. The price went up for him, huh?
Dude. He already signed one. Right?
Oh, dude, that's crazy. So okay, so you weren't surprised, but you were more surprised at the fashion that they lost, right? Like, I mean, the Bills, right? Like they missed that field goal, and that was their one-way ticket to get there, and it just didn't work out for them. So now the Chiefs advance. They're gonna play Baltimore Ravens, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Baltimore Ravens. Then we got the Niners against Detroit.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So I see. I've been watching. I've been keeping up just because I'm trying to like build up, just stay on top of sports and all that because it is definitely
that's sick. And by the way, I'm looking at the Super Bowl champions. That's why I'm looking down.
No worries.
Keep it rolling.
So one thing too, just I'm going everywhere on this because there was one event in Super Bowl that got me really into the tube. Just looking up just facts and just the setup for this game. But this was because of the game that happened. Oh, I forgot what teams were playing at the time, but it was that one. It was in what was it? Was it Green Bay where they said it was going to be one of the coldest games, and there was so much snow. Was it Green Bay that it was taking place there?
It was the Buffalo Bills Steelers game. That's when the guy was standing out on the field and it was like the field had like 6-7 feet of snow.
So that game, crazy. Of course, I was looking up like, so this has got to be one of the coldest games. There must have been a colder game, and I started looking up I looked up this documentary in regards to the Ice Bowl, the very first Super Bowl. Was it the very first Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys? Right?
That sounds hilarious,
dude. It's crazy. So I didn't know at the time they actually had wired heaters for the field at that time.
Wow,
somehow it didn't work or something happened. I honestly think it was kind of like a setup. Like you're gonna say, like something just fishy was about it, but I guess it wasn't working at the time that day, and like the ground was just frozen. So like they were literally playing like an ice rink, dude. And they said it was like. It was cold as hell, and just the hits and everything, like they were just sliding everywhere. And at the time, I think the Cowboys were actually winning towards the end, but they did like this, almost like this quarterback sneak where they noticed that one of these defensive lines on the right side from where they were looking at, he was like sliding everywhere, and they noticed that was like their weakness. So the quarterback at that time, he's like, if we go to the right, I'm pretty sure I'm confident I can jump over and make the touchdown, and that's how they won. It was crazy though, dude, just to like find out more history about just that game in general. Like it was the coldest game ever played outside, and they could have canceled it, but they didn't, and they just kept with it.
That's crazy.
And
that's dope,
dude. It's
props to you for
dude. Yeah, and the quarterback of Dallas Cowboys, his son, he went back and talked to some of the old players about just talking about like that day, how it was, how they would describe it, and they were like, dude, like if it was one game we never wanted to play, it would have been that game because it was so cold. Like it was like were just like. You can tell the videos, dude, they were just like, you could tell they were just all like, they could not stay warm. And they actually, another fun fact that I found out, they used Vaseline to put Vaseline on their feet, and they would like wrap them in bags because like something about the heat, it would keep it warm.
Their skin so they wouldn't get frostbite.
Yes, exactly. That's why they did that. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
there was so much stuff, dude, that I was like learning about that.
You'd have to wrap up all your fingers too, because Cam Chancellor, remember when they played in Minnesota? It was like -8.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
His fingers were peeling.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Dude. Oh, yeah. So the Ice Bowl, that was a crazy one, and it's there was so much. Obviously, Vince Lombardi, one of the greats, right? Coaches wise.
So we were talking about the Bills, and I wanted to fact check myself.
Okay,
right.
All right.
So the Bills lost Super Bowl 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Dude, back to backs.
They lost by 1 point in the first one.
Bro.
To the Giants. They lost by 13. 37-24 to the Redskins, right? What's hilarious about this is actually all 4 of the teams that beat them are all in the same division.
That's insane, dude.
So the Giants, the Redskins, and the Cowboys all won Super Bowls against the Bills. Dude. And that's 3 of the 4 teams that are in that one division, right? The only team that didn't get one.
Oh, man. I did not know that.
Yeah, the only team that didn't get one off of that would be the Eagles. Everyone else is in the division. Yeah. So it's just
crazy.
And the Cowboys beat them twice in a row. Yeah, that was and what's hilarious is all you Cowboy fans out there, I know. The few of you that are left. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. let's say it's been 38 years. Literally, get this. I was 5. No, I was 4 when they won their last Super Bowl. So everybody remember that, so 4 years old. So basically anyone under the age of 31 has not been alive when they won a Super Bowl. That's yikes. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what the plan is for you now, but as we're mentioned the Cowboys, we welcome taking your defensive coordinator here in a few.
Oh yeah.
So
dude, there's so much you want to go off to this sports right now.
There are 2 candidates to become the Seahawks new head coach because obviously
Dan Quinn, right?
Gone, like we talked about last time. Yeah. So Dan Quinn, who's the defensive coordinator of the Cowgirls. Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen the homosexual line dancing where it says like Cowboys like tailgating party?
No.
And it's like
that's Molly.
God, I want to be politically correct.
Yeah.
It's, gay people basically. Okay. And they're dancing like guys, and they're all dressed up as cowboys, and they're line dancing like. And it's like a cowboys.
God, anyway, they're getting so much of a rap, dude. I feel like every year they get so hyped up. I hear it every time, or I see it every time. It's our year. We're taking it all the way. Oh yeah. Blah 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 blah. Nothing happens.
I got one for you. So my friend Chad, right? He lives down. My name's Brad, and his name's Chad, right? So throw all the put the hate in the comments. We love it. But anyway.
Drop it, baby.
Drop it. All right. So, what's hilarious about him is that, his name's Chad, and he actually sounds like you would think a Chad would sound. So, Dad, come on, man. Like, hey, dude, the boys, it's their year, man. Dude, have you seen it? Their defense is just unreal, bro. And I'm like, bro, just wait until week 13, week 14. Dude, this is our year. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, let me send you 9 memes that say this, right?
Oh my
And then he's like, dude, everyone loves Cowboy fans. You have to know that. We're all good guys. We just want to root for everyone. I'm like, dude, I don't think so. I don't think that's the way any Cowboy fans, and it's like, okay, they're not America's team. Let's be real. If we're going to say America's team, the Patriots have to be America's team.
Okay, yeah.
They're called the Patriots.
Yeah.
The Cowboys. True. Let's dive, if we want to dive in later about what a cowboy really is, I wouldn't really say that's America's team. Yeah. They're the most there's a team that they're more they're worth the most, right? Oh yeah.
Cowboys?
Yeah. Okay. I think they're the most valuable franchise in professional sports.
Okay.
I want to say.
Okay.
Lean forward and grab mine.
No worries. Yeah, so it's just funny again, everybody roots for their teams. That's respectable. But it's just like every year they just make it seem like it's their time to shine. It's their year guaranteed without even seeing how this whole season's going to unfold. And wham.
I want to pop up a funny meme that from the Cowboys.
Who was the team that beat them that we were like less expected? Was it Detroit, right?
Detroit?
Detroit's the one that beat them, right?
No. Detroit, Detroit, it was. Sorry,
and they were like, "Dang, they advanced to the." Shout out to Detroit fans though. They were super happy that obviously they gotten this far. So hopefully, I hope they take out the Niners. Honestly, that's my hope. I hope they do, and I wouldn't be surprised because they're kind of like the underdogs, and they got Eminem backing them up. So hey, Slim Shady. Cowboys. So what we're seeing is it says Cowboys Super Bowl pictures, and it's on a floppy disk. And if you don't know what that is, definitely do your Googles, peeps. That is crazy.
Yeah, just realize if you don't know what it is, it's like us with an 8-track.
An 8-track.
It's essentially a VHS tape.
Yeah, I don't want to say CD player just yet because it's still like people know about it, but maybe like a cassette player.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That thing's OG.
Cassette player. Yeah. What is it? Cowboys Super Bowl on the cassette.
Don't tape over this.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. So
I don't know if they had recording back then.
No. Yeah, oh, Jerry Jones. He's probably just like, he's so upset right now. I was like, man, I'm not going to live to see it.
I was just going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth.
I'm sorry to say, hey, we all have that time coming, but it's like, he was hoping that he would see his lovely team win another one, but sorry to break it to him.
It's kind of the way I feel with Biden about seeing the end of the next term. So that's why I'm, but
That's another one too.
Yeah, that's another one. And I honestly not a big fan of either one. I'm just saying the guy is old as fuck. I mean, crap.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised how he's still.
Cuss on here.
No, it's just. I'm surprised how he's still moving. Like you look at some of his stuff, like some of his speeches. I mean, just like I'm like,
oh yeah, dude, he's completely.
I'm like, is anybody seeing this? Like, am I just the only one pointing out this out?
We're not at all campaigning here.
No, we're not. We're not. I'm just pointing.
For the orange man, for the medium sized
Uncle Donnie.
Yeah, I mean Uncle Donnie. You know, come on.
No, man.
Come on, man. He's got some problems too. I mean, that dude.
He's just funny. He's just straightforward.
Bing
man.
bong bing. Did you hear that the other day?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. But somebody was like, "Did you hear Trump said bing bong bing?" And I'm like, God,
what does that mean or what?
Like, well, some Asian type
slur. Okay. I'm like, wait, what does that mean?
Somebody was talking and he was like, bing bong bing or something like that, and I was like, damn.
He's ruthless, dude. Yeah. But yeah, man. Unfortunately, like I said, Cowboy fans, hey, next year will be your year. Maybe. That's a big, strong maybe. But
no,
so far,
it's a definite no.
Definite no.
Yeah,
okay.
Definite no. But if you guys live for the next 20 years, you may see it.
Maybe. That's a strong maybe, right?
Anytime soon, not happening.
Okay, so we got the 4 teams that are left, right? We got Kansas City Chiefs, we got Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers, and Baltimore.
Yep.
Those 2 games, your prediction, just, building a conversation, how do you see those, lining up?
See, the problem is for me is I want the upset.
Okay.
And I honestly think that might be what we see. And I'm talking on both sides.
So Baltimore I think
Detroit. I think Detroit could be beating San Francisco.
Yes.
San Francisco's not playing very well right now. They kind of honestly were given that game. Last game.
How so?
Green Bay kind of fell out of the lead. I mean, they just kind of like, when the team gets the lead and they try not to lose.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the Seahawks games in the past were like that with Pete Carroll. And that's partly why, honestly, a very small reason why I think he's, the coaching style doesn't really fit anymore, right? He's not as aggressive like McVay and those guys. They kind of keep the, pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I see I see the 49ers being, they were like this juggernaut all season, right? And the way football is, and most sports is not necessarily finding that groove in the middle of the season like they did, but finding your deadliest version, right? The deadliest version of your defense and your offense as soon as you hit the playoffs, right? And that's why you see teams like the Steelers who beat the Seahawks in 2005. Yeah. They were 9-7.
Oh,
regular season.
Okay.
But they cooked going into they were like, I think, won 6 out of 7, like to make the playoffs, right? So as they're going in, they're toasted,
they're smashing,
right?
Yeah.
And then so by the time they win that first road game, and then they win that second one, and then they're in the championship game to go to the Super Bowl, and the other team's kind of rusty because they had a first round bye and they've only played 1 game. These guys have won 9, that type of thing. So I think that Detroit is actually, they have what it takes to beat the 49ers. Now, whether they do it or not is a whole nother thing. Yeah. I put my money on the Lions.
Okay.
And I put my money on the Chiefs.
Okay. I would agree. I would say Detroit and Chiefs are going to be the ones that make it all the way. I wouldn't be, I don't know, man.
It's the opposite. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Anything can happen at this point, right? There could be a crazy upset, something. I mean, that's the other thing about football, because anything can happen. It could be an interception last second, or it could be just a bomb that just like unexpectedly, and they just win at the last second. Like that's the thing that hypes me more about it, because you just never know what's going to happen. It just kind of reminds me of the one play right off rip when I talk about the unexpected is that play when we had, or that onside kick that we had against Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl, where it bounced off that guy's head and we caught it and then we took it and we won. Right. And we were like, what the fuck? I was like, exactly. I could not. That was like the craziest one I've ever witnessed. That right there. Because I didn't think, honestly, Green Bay had it in the pocket. They had it in the pocket. And somehow
just. About the Fail Mary?
Dude, yeah. They were like, no good, but they were like, oh, it's good.
Another guy's like this. Hey, let's reenact it. You go like this, you go like this, and I go like this.
Like, no good. It's like they're like, what the hell? And they're like, oh, screw it. Yeah. So how did that work though? So originally the guy that said it was they can't. So once they said it was a complete pass or whatever, it was good. They can't take it back.
Well, So I don't, I guess I would have to look at the detail of that, but like to me, when they both signaled different, I don't know if you, I
remember
have to rewatch it. It's such a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was like 9 years ago, right?
Yeah.
8 or like 10 years ago. So I think what happened is that they did both do that simultaneously, and one did this. But I think what it was is obviously if there's two different signals, they have to get together and figure it out. And then they said good.
Oh,
After, so that's what they did. So they went together, and then they were like, "It's good." So they kind of got together, and just talked about.
People
it. So,
were pissed about that. I remember, dude. Green Bay fans were just livid about that.
I mean, dude, but on the NFL though, like on the Super Bowl, dude, the only thing keeping me from picking Lamar, and honestly, if for whatever crazy reason Lamar sees this, dude, I've bet against him like 8 times this year, and I've lost every time.
Oh, really?
I'm dead ass serious, and I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna not bet on him this time, and then have to be the time he loses. You know what I mean? So
you're gonna keep on playing against him?
Oh, dude, it's like hitting on 16. I got to keep hitting. I can't stop hitting on 16. You just got to do it. But
oh man,
and all the degenerate gamblers out there, you could you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't identify as being a degenerate, but they could definitely.
Like you said, it could be that one time, right? Let's say you put X amount of money or whatever, X amount, and somehow he loses. You're like, now you like lost that one chance where you could.
Well, I mean, I went all season, but another thing to me that kind of sticks out statistically about this game. Number one, Lamar's never been in a championship game.
Okay.
He's never been out of the divisional round.
Okay.
And I think that means something, right?
Yeah.
Goff has been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not only has he been to the championship game, he's been to the Super Bowl. So they've played 2 games at home. Now they're like confident, right? They're rolling.
Okay.
So I think they are just going to kind of possibly just roll right through the San Francisco. But like I said, on the other side, it wouldn't surprise me if they did win. And the same thing with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right? Like for whatever reason, if like Lamar just comes out and he just starts killing it, like it wouldn't surprise me. But Mahomes, a lot of people are talking about how he has no receivers, right?
Yeah.
How he has lost all of his talent. Well, one thing that he does have that people don't talk about is a top 5 defense. Like I would have to look up statistically, but in my opinion, like talent wise and like athleticism, like they are pretty tough. Like it's the best defense he's ever had.
Yeah.
So it makes up for that, right?
Okay.
Because he could do a little more still to kind of bridge that gap because he's that good. And now that they have a better defense, it almost suits them better, right? They got rid of Tyreek. They lost a few games because of not having that guy dropping passes and all that kind of stuff at the end of the games. They got a few tough calls. They were like really a couple games away from being number 1 seed.
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
like they could have had it. I mean, so
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if Baltimore and Detroit made it and then that was their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Now that I'm more thinking about it, I don't know, man. I really it's a toss up right now. They're good games. I think the way it's set right now, they're going to be good games. So the first one is it's not tomorrow, is it?
they're both tomorrow.
They're both tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay, so tomorrow we'll find out.
The first one's at noon, and I can't remember which one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, dang, I wish we could.
Pacific time.
Yeah.
So it's.
I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it for sure, though, just because I want to know who's gonna make it to the end, and it's gonna finally
Dude,
settle.
you're welcome to swing over and watch.
Definitely, I'll definitely. I might.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely. I wish we could stream it live, dude, just so we could see a reaction. Yeah.
Right?
We probably could. We on our phones or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be awesome to do. Okay, so Pete Carroll exiting. I wanted to get your initial thoughts on this because me and Brett brought this up. I think the last time we did this, I believe. No,
hey,
not?
Sorry, before we move on, could we just one more thing I want to mention?
Yeah,
I just want to ask you a question.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. So Mahomes, we talked about that earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No. Go.
But this is real talk. This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
The guy's 28, 29 years old.
Young guy.
So if he takes this team to the Super Bowl and wins, some are saying this is the equivalent of LeBron taking his weak Cavs and coming back 3-1 against the Warriors, winning the finals. If he wins the Super Bowl, it's the third Super Bowl in 6 years, and he has 6 AFC championships. Is he already the greatest of all time, in your opinion?
I think he's on the road to become. To be honest,
It's like Michael Jordan status, really.
Yeah,
The 6 for 6. Like, it's not realistic to get 6 for 6 Super Bowls. No one's ever done that, right?
Yeah, that would be insane. Though.
Right,
That would cement you automatically.
And he honestly should be 4 for 4. Like, they barely, the Bucks Super Bowl that they lost, it was like 13-10.
Yeah,
They just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it was a close game. Yeah,
very, very close. Could have gone one way or the other, right? Like, Brady, in my opinion, got like 3 Super Bowls by gift.
Yeah,
And that would be interesting, right? If Brady didn't have those 3, no one's saying he's the GOAT.
Yeah,
no one is.
Yeah.
Like, even though they're like, he's one of the greatest. Like, he is one of the greatest. Even without the 3, he's one of the greatest. But he's definitely not the GOAT. People be like, nope, not him. Blah, blah, blah. But now, because he has so many, it's undeniable, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of started, sadly enough, against us.
Yeah.
He went because everyone thought, oh, he's not going to win anymore. This is going to be it.
Yeah, dude.
Blah, blah, blah. And then he won that one. And not only that, he won 2 more after that.
It gave him, I think what really, to me,
rejuvenated.
So the way I look at it, the win against us, pretty much like, the interception, I think that was more of like a fucking, here you go, here's your other ring. But the second,
Mr. Brady, would you like a Super Bowl?
Yeah, here you go. But the one where he got with the Bucks, that's where it really showed like the dude could do it with a different team.
Oh, for sure.
Different coach.
Yeah.
And it's like now they're questioning Bill Belichick if he's really like the elite coach.
Which is a shame, man. Because he's really he was a great coach. And he still is a great coach, but he's old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of head coaches, let's go back to Pete Carroll.
Yeah. Definitely. No, but yeah, that is a good way to see it though. But for me, what solidified it was when he went to Tampa and that first year he went and fucking won all the way. That was crazy, dude.
He was also surrounded. A lot of people don't realize this. Like that, obviously the reason why he chose them. Yeah. Right. They had a great situation, like top to bottom, all their coaches. Amazing. Top of all the coordinators, amazing. Great receivers, great tight ends. Lured Gronkowski out of retirement.
Yeah, he did,
Top 5 defense, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so the chips were set. Yeah.
He literally just insert the king, right?
Yeah.
And then you're rocking and rolling. So,
he's straight up. So yeah, definitely. That was what solidified it. But yes, going back to Pete Carroll, were you surprised? And what do you think is next in regards to coaching? Who's gonna steer the ship for the Seahawks? But did you expect this? Was it surprising to you? Because initially I heard that he was still going to be the coach. That was the word, right?
Yeah. Well, it was really confusing, the whole thing, because like I guess there are a couple questions to answer in that. Like, I'm not surprised, but it makes me like, I don't know if we can do better.
Yeah.
Right? I think we needed a change.
Yeah.
Almost
sorry to say
in a much lesser way than like Belichick leaving New England. Like glaringly obvious. It's not like that in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you're starting to see things that maybe, we're talking penalties like DK Metcalf grabbing people by the throat, right?
Yeah, dude, that really killed us, man. that really killed us.
But it's like discipline things and the coaching style and the way that the team runs their offense, it's almost outdated, right? Like one of the things that I always notice when I watch Seahawks games, no matter the yardage, we are running on second down. Like everyone knows.
Yeah. It's like expected, right?
It's like ridiculous. Yeah. And it's like the same play every time. There's no creativity. There's no like motion like you see in on the Rams offense or like in the Miami Dolphins like offense. I mean, they're a lot of motion, a lot of side to side people going. It's all of our
like
stuff.
Get them thinking. Don't know like what to expect.
Yeah, and then you add that with our quarterback Geno. I mean, he's very limited. Like, let's be honest. The reason why Waldron got the job. So Waldron was our offensive coordinator, right? And a lot of people would be like, oh, our offense sucked. Well, a lot of people could argue that Waldron shined a turd. He polished a turd and made it a gemstone.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's be real. Geno he wasn't good enough to play.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. He was not good enough to play. And the only option we had was him. It wasn't because we wanted him.
Yeah.
He was here.
I'm very surprised we got as far as we could with him, but I'm surprised that we stuck with him.
And as much as I love his story and like, dude, he's such a leader. Like
Yeah.
honestly, the way he rubs, like you could see him like on the sideline, like getting up, like, hey man, like others little handshakes and stuff, and like talking to all the receivers, like patting him on the back. He's a guy that you want to play for, but the problem is the execution is just not fully there.
Yeah.
And it limits the team when you have to deal with something like that. And I'm happy because I think that if Pete came back, we'd see Geno next year.
Oh man.
Literally, it would be the same thing.
No.
I'm not joking. He's
With all
loyal.
respect, but
he's
no.
loyal like that. Like he would see Geno would come right back in, and we go 9-8 next year. We go 9-8. We'd possibly get in the playoffs and lose the first game by 28 points, and then
I think it's time, like you said, for a change, man. So
Exactly.
do you see? So now we got in the lines of who could possibly be the next coach. Dan Quinn, first of all, he was there before the Seahawks, right? He was defensive coordinator, correct?
Yep.
So that was when we were
Legion of
prime.
Boom.
Yes,
The
prime
original.
time. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he helped build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got some history on
So
him.
Gus Bradley was the guy after him,
Okay.
and we, and he got promoted to a head coaching job too. But,
Okay.
But he's not. Yeah, but anyway.
okay.
But Quinn, he's been a great D coordinator down in Dallas now for quite a few years, like a few years.
He
I
was
wanna
the head
say.
coach for Atlanta Falcons too, right?
Yep, and the meltdown on number 2 that he gave away
Yeah.
to the Patriots.
Yeah.
28-3 in the third quarter was, I believe, 7 minutes left. They were down 28-3.
That's
And
insane.
they gave
And
up
they
that
came
lead,
back.
just slow bleed.
Yeah.
And you know who was the offensive coordinator of Atlanta?
Who?
Shanahan,
Oh,
the head coach of the 49ers.
oh my word.
So they have this curse, right?
Yeah.
Part of why I bet on Detroit.
Dude,
It's a curse. It's real. That type of stuff is real. You have to admit it. You've seen that, like the Red Sox thing, right?
Yeah.
That lasted like 94 years, the Babe Ruth curse.
Wasn't that because they brought like a goat to like the?
No. So what it was is, so a lot of people don't know this because, obviously Babe Ruth, people know of him as being on the Yankees.
The Babe, yep.
He was on the Red Sox.
Oh, really?
The Red Sox traded him for like nothing. For like $10,000. They traded him or something, like some crazy shit, like $10,000 in a goat. You know what I mean? Like
That's where I got the goat thing.
yeah, $10,000 and a handful of Tootsie Rolls, basically. Like literally, dude. So the Yankees go on. They're like, they haven't really won much. They go on to just championship, right, over and over again. MVP, home runs, blah blah blah, Cy Young, like all this stuff. Literally until you and I were in like senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Since like 1907, like 1917. We'll have to look into that and insert it. Like, sorry, Red Sox fans, because they have been crazy lately. Like, I want to say they won 3 or 4 in the last 20 years.
That's
But
insane,
yeah, they didn't win any for like 100 years, and it was the Babe Ruth curse. Same thing with the Chicago Cubs. They hadn't won since 1902. And they won in like 2004.
Yeah,
I don't even remember. It was like
yeah.
Chris Bryant and like a couple of, and I want to say Epstein. What's funny is
Epstein, I was gonna say, wrong one.
He's the GM, the general manager. That he was also the general manager of, and I can't remember what his first name is, but he was with the Red Sox and then he went to the Cubs.
Yeah.
So he broke both curses.
Damn.
He was the general manager that designed both of the teams.
Yeah.
And basically broke both those 100-year curses.
That's insane.
Right? So he's like the
He
goat.
must have some
People
luck,
look
yeah.
at him. People look at him like, damn, bro. He's almost like the John Schneider kind of type guy, like the NFL, like where everybody
Dang.
wants him.
Oh, that's interesting facts, man. Yeah. Okay, you're dropping some
right.
facts on that. That's So that's interesting about the the head coach of 49ers was the defensive for Atlanta
Offensive
Falcons.
coordinator.
Offensive coordinator for the Atlanta
But-
Falcons when they lost.
You could arguably, when you lose a lead that big, you got to blame everyone. You can't just
Yeah,
blame. It's not
it's a
like
lot,
the
yeah.
defense. It's not the offense didn't score any more points.
Yeah.
If they would have scored like 3 more points for, what is it? So you get 12 minutes per quarter. There's 6 minutes and 47 seconds left. There's 19 minutes. You're in the Super Bowl. You've already scored 28 points.
Yeah, man.
You can't score 3.
Yeah,
Just score 3. Let them score 21. You scored 3.
Dude, yeah. I
Oh,
remember that
dude.
comeback was insane. I think that just proved again.
Oh.
Tom Brady proved himself. We have enough time and we're gonna take it to the bank. And they fucking won, dude.
The combination of
Insane, dude.
Belichick and him in that day was deadly. Because I don't know, a lot of people maybe in the fantasy football realm that have played that for a while,
Yeah.
and watched Patriots games and stuff. Because I know a lot of our fan base is probably around here mainly, and like
Yeah.
Seattle fans.
But it's yes, that game specifically though, I remember it because I honestly thought that Atlanta was taking it. I in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's done. It's done. Like they're shutting the Patriots down. But lo and behold, dude, they slowly started picking them apart, and they end up just winning the game.
And sorry, I know I lost my train of thought, but basically what I was saying is back in that day, like Belichick was legendary for like just having no one. Like, let's say his team was injured completely.
Yeah,
he could just like insert some guy that was bagging groceries at Sprouts the other day, and then all of a sudden
make him a Super Bowl
fucking
champion.
11 catches for 140 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then all of a sudden the guy's a free agent on the hot free agent market. You know, like he screwed. I'll never forget this. He screwed the Seahawks with that exact, like, because he was a mastermind. Like, he would make it look like someone was amazing.
Yeah,
that's why I never believed it. Like, before, when he left, I thought it was 60% him.
Yeah,
when Brady left, I was like, we'll see, and then he won, obviously, and I was wrong. But I mean, dude, he would literally. So the one that I'm talking about, do you remember Deion Branch? That name?
Back
so he was a wide receiver.
Oh, no,
he was a wide receiver for the Patriots. He was the Super Bowl MVP. For one of the Patriots Super Bowls when Brady was the quarterback.
Yeah.
He was like, it was like 9 catches, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. When you look at the dude, he's like, I mean, his helmet's like above the bottom of the TV barely right there. Right? He's like kind of a short, you're like, oh damn, that's the Super Bowl MVP. And he's like just kind of a little dude.
But
well, dude, we'll ship him to you for a 2nd round pick, guys. It's a bargain. Comes to us, plays for 2 years, burns out. Yeah, he was like a role player. He was never better than a role player for us. He was like a 500 yard, 600
but
yard. But
somehow they managed to squeeze him through like that.
Oh, dude, he was like 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns with Brady. Yeah, and then they would do that. They would just all of a sudden the Patriots traded their middle linebacker like captain, and they just trade him in the middle of the season, right? He turns in nothing, right? And he's 2nd round pick. They get all the shit back for him, and then they trade him away for nothing. It's like they knew, like Belichick was so good at like he doesn't got it anymore. Get him the hell out of here.
Like mind game, like
get something, get something for him while you can. Get his ass out of here. Yeah,
dude.
But he's not quite, like I said. The times are kind of running. Now he's not really adjusting.
So the new coach. What do you think about the new coach that they got?
Mayo, Jared Mayo.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what to think about the guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, he's never been I haven't really even seen much of him. Like,
yeah, I never really seen him. Yeah,
he said something dumb the other day. like he said, I was kind of like surprised because and it could be reverse psychology also at the same time. So it could just not be dumb, and he's acting dumb, and he wants everybody like me to think he looks like an idiot.
Yeah, he might tabloid stuff. He just put his name out there.
They're like, oh, so what do you? He's a former linebacker for the team. He just played for him. I believe he won a couple Super Bowls.
Okay, so he's part of the team.
He was the captain of the defense, I believe. One of the captains. He's really, really good, but he doesn't really have any coaching experience other than like linebacker coach. And I think, and what's crazy, I think a lot of times they have those specific coaches. I'm not sure how they're formatted or how they're titled, but he's not even. So there's 3 different linebackers, right? There's the outside linebackers, and then there's the middle linebacker.
Okay,
he was the middle linebacker coach. It's one guy.
I was gonna say
he's the coach of fucking 3 guys.
It's like having a manager for one guy.
It's like the quarterback's coach kind of, right? With the middle line, you wouldn't think that it'd be like on the offensive line if they had a left guard coach. It's like you just have the offensive line coach. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like left corner coach. Like they got a coach for every single dude on the team.
For every single, that's crazy.
Right? So now he's the head coach, and he said, so what are you going to do in the draft? And he goes, well, I'm just probably going to draft the most important position in football.
Quarterback, I'm assuming?
Yeah, but he basically told everybody what he was going to do, and it's like the dumbest fucking thing that you can do. Unless he like doesn't plan on drafting a quarterback, and he plans on drafting like one of the other guys, like the receivers or something, and he's trying to maybe like send them off like, oh yeah, well now we can dangle this in front of them and say we're going to take him. So then the Patriots have to trade us for the picks, and they're really like, nah, we don't even want that guy. We want this other guy right
Maybe it's like a Belichick mind game like he's doing.
Belichick fucking hopefully not, right? You don't want to really learn much. Like in this day and age, you just gotta maybe like schematically, like defense wise, and like plays and maybe adjustments and maybe mentality and that kind of stuff. But you can't really use like his offense or like there's.
Yeah.
You learn a lot from a legend, right?
Yeah. No, straight up. I mean,
you have to become your own.
Yeah. You can only learn from what you see, obviously, and then from what you ask or whatever when you're around that person. But it's kind of time to build your own legacy at that point. So I'm curious to see where it's going to go, though, with them. Honestly, I want to see how it all plays out with them next year, especially with us, too, with a new coach, whoever we get, man. I hope. I mean, you always hope for the best, though. You know what I'm saying?
And with the first time head a new head coach, even not, let's just say, especially with a first time head coach, I think the most important thing for them is to just surround them with like the best coordinators.
Yeah.
Like literally the guy. Like if you're like, hey, what defensive coordinator would you want? Like out of everyone, I want that guy. That's the one you want to bring over, like for a new coach.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure that they shouldn't have to worry about running the offense or running the defense. They need to worry about keeping the team continuity together and motivating the team and showing them the way to win, right? And that's like what I love so much about the Lions.
Okay.
So go Lions.
Go Lions.
Let's go, baby. Go Lions. Go Chiefs.
Yeah. The Chiefs. Yeah. Mahomes.
If Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, he's the GOAT. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, yeah. Were you get a jersey with or no?
Will I get a jersey? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny?
Pete
Yeah,
Mahomes.
me and my dad are, I mean, we're diehard Seahawks fans, right? But my dad's favorite quarterback he's ever seen is Mahomes. And how can you blame him?
Yeah.
He's fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's good, dude. No, he's
Dude,
good.
he does all these little flicky things and throws the ball with his left hand. And he can kind of run a little bit. And then,
he's
then
the whole
talks
package.
A little shit.
Straight.
He's got a little LeBron in him because he bitches a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love LeBron, but he does bitch. Too much bitching in the NBA, by the way. We need to chill out, boys. Quit complaining. Every call doesn't need to be, you know, those refs are bought, but we don't need to talk to them every play.
It's not like it was like in 95, 94 where they're fucking just like throwing all this
dude, that
shit
was the
down.
glory days, man. When you could just like call a timeout like in semi-pro and just fucking throw down while we're off camera, and then all of a sudden you got nose bleeding. Hey, let's just wipe off the noses. Camera rolling, action. Everybody just start walking around, acting like
timeout, 10-second squat.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, they love that, man. It brought fans to the game.
Oh, dude, it's like fucking hockey. A lot of people, they say they like going to hockey games because they like seeing people get down, dude.
People like to see the shit slapped out of people, which is why power slap exists.
Oh, dude.
I'm not going to lie, bro. I want to go to one.
Well, it's in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
Can you imagine? Okay, load up on a couple $5-10 bets on that, right?
Yeah.
Not even know who the guys are. Just like see a picture of them, how big they are, and be like, yo, that guy's gonna slap the shit out of the other guy. Go with your boys, get all juiced up in Vegas. Like, like watching these guys, it's guaranteed contact, like a guaranteed knockout.
Yeah.
And honestly, the people are like, it's like watching like cornhole players slap each other.
Like some people they found down at the fucking casino. He's like, hey, you want to?
Yeah, it's like some like 58-year-old man that they found like on the side of the road. And they're like, hey, you want to participate in a slapping competition? And he's
clean it up real quick, put him a shirt on.
Yeah, brother, you throw me a couple 40s and I'll be in it.
Yeah, that's crazy that it caught on. It's actually like a real thing. Dana White owns it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He advertises the hell out of it too. And also, one of the most interesting people, to be honest. I would love to meet him one day. I want to speak that into existence, dude.
Yeah.
I want to gamble with him one day.
Oh, dude, he's a big time gambler.
Yeah.
He's a big time gambler.
Hey, Uncle Dana. I'm gonna call you Uncle Dana one day.
Uncle D.
And you're gonna have to maybe just float me a 10 real quick and show me the way.
A quick 10
Fly
million.
me out. You know, I mean, I could find a flight.
On the
Let's
UFC private.
Yeah. But I do have a friend down there, Dana. So you fly me out and show me the way. I know he likes to hang out. It was Hard Rock or
I don't know. He said there's only a few that he likes.
There's one off the strip that specifically that he hangs out.
Oh, really?
Like Steve will do it. I'll hang out over there.
Oh yeah, that Steve will do it. He
Red Rock.
Too.
Red Rock Casino. Okay. Yeah. So
okay.
I'm gonna check out Red Rock next time. Hopefully I cut, just go say what up, at least get a picture with the man. Because I'm not really starstruck, and I don't think I would be if I saw him. But he would be one of the few people that I want to picture up on my wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if I saw a superstar like athlete or like maybe even a rapper, or like an actor, I'd just like, oh, what up, dude? Like
I think the only person that would fan out for me would be like MJ or something.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, like, oh damn, dude. I'm like, this you're a fucking
because like if you saw like Wemby or something, you'd be like, look at that goofy bastard. Look at that goofy rich bastard wearing that dress shirt. He's wearing like the little the one piece Cam Newton. What do you call?
I don't know.
What do you call those things?
Like the hands, like the Kung Lao hats.
No, the girl, the one pieces that girls wear that button up, but guys, the rompers. Yeah, dude. He's wearing like Saint Laurent like rompers and wearing fucking like.
This is Saint Laurent. People want to rock rompers.
He basically looks like a 7'7" version of Cisco. And Cisco was doing his thing, man.
He was.
And he
Dude,
wasn't gay either, but he almost looks gay.
Yeah. But what's that word? Like androgynous? It's like what they say? Like, it's like a woman-like appeal. Like back in the 80s, 90s, like that was like the thing, like when Prince was hot and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like people were like, do stuff like that.
He's doing that now. That's what he's doing.
Is that what he is? Oh.
He's like carrying purses and shit. Like He wears like a little sweater, and then he wears it. It's all the way up to his belly button, and then he's got pants that are wide.
Oh man,
like ugly on purpose, and then they're like high waters.
Like just your pants up to your like up to here.
It
like,
literally looks like he's dressing up for Halloween every day. But I mean,
crazy.
it would be dope to do that too, because you could be like, "I'm rich, motherfucker."
You can do whatever you, can do whatever you want. Yeah,
and like TA's, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, the fashion style sometimes you makes you wonder, like, what the hell? Really?
I know, dude. I honestly might be dressing like this for a while, like the 25-year-old. For everybody that knows, I'm not 25. But other than that, I'm not going to tell you that anything else.
Right? No,
unless you
man.
send me gifts.
I just I look at it like, right, as long as you're comfortable and all that, it is what it is. But it's funny, like with the Cam Newton, we're talking about Cam Newton. It's his style is a little different, especially like a lot of like NBA players when it's like when they walk into the locker, how they tape them when they walk into the locker rooms. Like a lot of stuff, like what the hell, like what are you guys
like
wearing?
Taking their shorts off. Yeah. And, you're talking about dude, like some of the shit. It's like they're dragging in like a parade float.
Yeah,
like the shit's like dragging behind them like it's a prom gown. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The guy's wearing jeans, but they're dragging 4 feet behind him. It's almost like the suit. You know, do you remember in like when a butler had the little cut in the back?
The little cut in the back and it's dragging.
Except this shit's dragging like down behind them. I'm like, yo, sick fit, James. What the fuck is that, dude? Literally, it looks like he's wearing an airplane cover. He just like tied it to his belt with a fucking bungee cord and then drug it down the.
That's an awesome skirt.
Yeah, I mean, he might have been planning on parachuting off the top of the stadium after. Who knows?
That's insane, dog. It's very, I don't know how you would say, but it's
fashion forward.
Yeah,
that's the correct, politically correct way.
I think a lot of the fashion though that I'm starting to see, I think that the baggy era is kind of coming back a little bit, like baggy pants, baggy sweaters.
Dude, I'm gonna have my nut print on my pants until I die. Dude.
Super tight sweats.
It's like. Like when you're like limping around. Remember the skinny jeans and the shirt, the curved shirt. Yeah. Hey, right here. The
super skinny tights.
That's the way our boy Eddie used to dress back in the day.
No. You would never catch you something like that.
He had holes through the front of the thighs. Dude.
It's like the pants are barely hanging on by a thread. the knees just showing, like, dude.
He had one of those spiked dog collars on from Hot Topic.
Oh my god, bro, it's crazy, dog. I don't know.
We fucking shred here at Beyond Expectations podcast. Yeah, dude. Every now and then we get the eyeliner out.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, eyeliner too. That's becoming like I don't know, man. Dude, it's crazy, dude. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't even know how I got to the subject, honestly. Right? No, but in regards to just sports and just in all seriousness, yeah. So we're close to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Final teams are playing tomorrow. We're recording this on a Saturday, the day before. So predictions are out. We called it like we were saying, Kansas City Chiefs and Detroit, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, but like we said, we would not be surprised if it's one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
Like
no, I wouldn't be.
Four teams were probably the teams that you would think would be where they're at right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, really at this point, it's like who wants it more?
Yeah, no, straight up. Because anything can happen, and that's what I said. Anything can happen. So at this point, it's almost like a toss-up, right? Anybody, it's up there for the grabs, and it can end up either way. But I mean, dude, you put Mahomes out there in the Chiefs, that's almost to me like a guaranteed. And also just on the other end, Detroit definitely they seem like they're steamrolling through. So hopefully they can bash through the Niners, and we're gonna have ourselves a solid Super Bowl, and we'll see what happens. I mean, if history be made, Mahomes being a young cat, getting another ring, 4 Super Bowl appearances, right? Four, right?
This would be a 4th.
Yeah. So I mean, it's we're witnessing history with homeboy. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man. I mean,
after the music turns on,
are you gonna throw a super party?
Party?
No.
Me and Molly. Have some chicken wings. Sit here. Air fry some chicken.
What is
wings.
What is it?
I'm a weird dude.
No, so, what is it?
Obviously.
When is it? February? When is it? And it's gonna be in Vegas. I know that. Vegas is gonna be lit, dude.
My cousin invited me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's.
No?
I told him, I was like, I'm not paying $800 to fly out there. I'd rather bet $800 on the Super Bowl.
Yes. Oh,
I
so
don't want
is
to.
that how much it is for that day?
It's like $7. Well, in order for
Because of that day, they're gonna jack it up.
I don't want
huh?
to take time. I don't really want to take time off to go to Vegas. I don't. I hate doing that because it's always 2 days to me.
Yeah.
Like if you fly in on a Friday, like unless you haven't been before, if you've been many times before, flying in on like Friday afternoon,
Yeah.
like get there at like 6,
Well,
and then leaving Sunday morning is the best idea.
okay, why not leave Thursday after in the evening, take Friday off. You have the whole day Friday.
Super Bowl's
Saturday.
at 4 though.
So it's on Saturday, right?
Sunday. Super
Oh,
Bowl
it's a Sunday. Yeah,
so
yeah.
then I would have to take Monday
Okay,
off.
yeah,
also.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'd have to take like
You're
5.
right.
I'd have to be in Vegas
You're
for like
right.
5 days, dude.
You're
I was
right.
like, I don't want to do that, man. You know.
Yeah.
Even though
It's gonna be lit
go,
for
like,
that
hang out with
weekend,
my
though,
cousin.
dude.
Well, I already went there for the Super Bowl last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year I was there.
Oh,
When the
damn.
Chiefs played the Eagles. I was in the Super Bowl.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I was there. I watched it at obviously not. The Super Bowl is actually in Vegas though this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's gonna be even more lit. But like obviously just being there anyway on Super Bowl weekend is always super.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's if you're not even going to the game, but you're gonna be like on the strip, it's gonna be crazy.
So shout out to Virgil's Barbecue. They're the ones who held the watching party when we went, and I think that's where my cousin Jason is going back again.
Oh, okay, cool,
and Roger is about to meet him because he lives right outside the city, and so they've kind of become friends because we go down there so many times now.
Okay.
But yeah, they're watching it there again. They invited me down there, but I'm like, nah. Unless one of you guys want to play $800 for the flight. Otherwise, I'm good.
What did they say? Okay, what did they say? 800.
And I mean, I'll go. If that's the case, but it would have to be. It would have to meet my time frame. Like it would have to be like, I get to go to work on Friday. We fly out of Everett.
Yeah.
Which makes
sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So fly out of Everett at like 3. I'm good with that. I can leave work and literally just drive and drive and be completely fine. Chill. Load onto the airplane, be there at 5:30. Right?
Yeah,
but then the problem is I'd like to fly back at like midnight on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because like, why would I want to hang out after the Super Bowl in Vegas for a whole nother day? That doesn't even make any sense. It's like it's pointless. 24.
And you're already gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, on a Friday, Saturday, then Sunday. You're kind of like,
in Vegas, you're awake when you're with your boys. You're awake the entire time. Like, I'm gonna go to sleep the first night for like 5 hours, but the second night, Super Bowl night, fuck, I might end up pulling all nighters.
Celsius.
I might not even go
vodka.
if I have a 6 a.m. flight. And the Super Bowl's at 3 and it doesn't get over till 9. I might think about staying up to just have one last little fun time with my cousin.
One little hurrah.
And then just like literally take a shower 2 hours before my flight and drive to the airport, right?
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it before I got sick as fuck.
Dude, it sucks too, though, when you're like having to wait in the airport, then having to load up on the plane, then flying out. Oh, but it's like once you touch down home, it's all gravy after that. But yeah, man. So I mean, if you're not doing anything for Super Bowl, we'll do something for sure.
Dude,
we'll
definitely
try to
have to
plan
do
something.
I want to get some good food. Let's try to find a watching party around here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, look, maybe like a barbecue place.
Yeah.
A low key like barbecue bar place. And
Yeah.
try to find you can usually pay like $80-$100, right? It's expensive, but get this.
All the food.
All you can eat barbecue for the entire time. Like, so like you
I'm
can
with
get there
that.
an hour and a half before the game starts. And it's 4 hours of viewing. So you have like 5 hours of free food.
Ice cold beers and some food.
Bottomless drinks and food.
Can't go wrong, dude.
You know, that kind of thing.
My mouth salivating just thinking about it.
I paid $250 in Vegas for one ticket to go. But hey, Vegas, $20 a drink.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere. So it's
True,
like
true,
if you're
true.
hanging out there for 5 hours, $250 is actually kind of a deal.
It is. No, you think about it,
to get bomb food, you know?
a drink, it's going to cost you like $20.
Bomb food in a good environment and a nice place. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
But that kilt place, if you're ever there with your boys and I'm not there, it's called the Tilted Kilt. And it's right in that strip of right next to
the Ferris wheel?
The Flamingo and the Link. Do you know where that is?
It's by the Ferris wheel. Kind of going down to the Ferris wheel.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, there's an
so it's
In-N-Out
like a
over there?
strip. Yeah, there's like a strip of like outdoor.
There's a fountain there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think I might have seen it. Okay. So for sure, we'll definitely have to see if we can plan something out. I know you say you need to get going because your dad's birthday, right?
It's my pop's birthday.
So shout out to Mr. Jeffrey Sr. Happy birthday to him. Hope you guys have an awesome time. We're going to wrap this one up, though. Make it short and sweet. But, of course, we're going to sign out. Definitely check out all our past previous episodes, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you name it. We're available wherever you stream your podcast, all major streaming platforms. You know the biz. Instagram, Beyond Expedition Podcast on IG. Go check that out. You'll find everything related to the podcast there. But we're going to sign out. Hopefully, we'll catch you on the next one. And we'll take care. Have an awesome weekend when this releases, or the week. We don't know when this will release. But take care. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace, baby.
Peace.